How are you? Hello? Michelle?
It's the Twilight Zone.
I know what she's doing. She's
I
trying
can't
to
hear.
find somebody to... I can hear you. You can't hear me?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show tonight. We are back and we are raring to go.
With a little technical difficulty.
Yeah, Michelle's
Right
working
off
on
the
her
bat.
volume right now, but here we are. We're right here and we're ready to talk anything paranormal on the darkest side of the moon.
Darker.
Darker.
It's good to be back on. It's been months. Can you hear me?
She's
I don't
still working
know.
on hers. I don't know what she did, but
Anyway.
that's show business. Hello, Ronnie Britt.
Hey, Ronnie, little Ronnie, how are you doing?
We have somebody watching. That's cool. We are just, thrilled to be back on the air and talk to you guys about the paranormal. The paranormal's been mine and Destiny's life for a long time now. And
Oh, here we are.
Destiny, she's rubbed elbows with some of the biggest names in paranormal, and I have too.
Stan Fikes,
Stan
Teresa
Fikes.
Fikes,
They've been on
I can't
TV.
hear.
Michael Fox.
Yes.
I
yes,
can
yes,
hear
yes.
you, but you can't hear us? Apparently not. I don't know if Stan can hear us, but Michelle can't hear us.
I don't know
I
what's
don't
going
know
on.
what to do. Let me send him a little text message.
Well, it has to be on her end because
I don't know.
we're hearing her.
Yeah, maybe she'll just have to
Anyway.
log back in.
Yes, we'll get her back in as soon as we can. Stan, I think, is working on that now. Then that's what producers do.
Right. They fix stuff and
Yeah.
things. So, yeah. Michael and I kind of wanted to just reintroduce ourselves tonight. And Michelle, if we can get her back on here. Michael and I kind of wanted to just reintroduce her. You got an echo coming back at you.
So I see Michelle's back.
There you go. Can you hear us?
No.
She can't hear us.
She can't hear us. I don't know what's going on there.
But Michael has
Still
been
can't hear.
investigating. I'm gonna text
Nope.
Stan, message him. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm gonna fix you. Michael has been investigating the paranormal for a lot longer than me. Michael is just the best. I'm not just saying this because he's my husband. Yeah, Stan says, go out and come back in.
You'll have to text it to her.
Let me text her.
Yeah, I've been working the paranormal for a lot of years. I'll give you a little background of it. I started years and years ago with a group out on the West Coast called 3 a.m. Paranormal. And then I branched out from there, started my own group in the Midwest, and worked that for a number of years. And then when I moved back home to the South, and I met my beautiful wife here, we started our own group, and we've been going for a lot of years now with this group. But I've investigated some of the hottest it used to be the hottest spots. Everybody always wanted to investigate, back in the day. I've done the Axe Murder House, Phyllis Axe Murder House. I've done museums. I've done everything. I've done insane asylums, museums, funeral homes, hospitals, jails. You know, we've investigated about anything we can investigate. We don't shy away from anything, and we've gotten, you know, calls over the years. Odd investigations have come up over the years that, you know, we even took them and, you know, worked
Hi,
with
Michael.
them. Hey, baby.
Not you, that Michael.
Oh, and you know, we focus on what's at hand. We don't worry about what we did yesterday. We're worrying about what we're doing right now, and we focus. You know, when we do take clients on, we give them 110%, and we've always done it that way. And you know, we've been doing the Paracon circuit for a number of years now. Dusty and I and Michelle, we've been to Para-Unity Conference in Vegas a number of years ago. We've been to Wisconsin, Virginia, Connecticut. We love doing Paracons.
What is your favorite part of doing investigations?
Favorite part of doing investigations is
Besides doing the investigation.
talking with the clients is one of my favorite parts because you get a feel for, you know, for how emotional they have gotten into this. And, you know, it kind of tugs at your heart a little bit sometimes. And,
yes, we did it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
No,
you,
you're
but
fine.
I'm good at that.
Oh.
I do that well. We did an investigation once, and it was this real high class attorney. And I mean, he spoke with words. They were this, there we go, this long, maybe more. The big words. And so the first time we met with him, you know, and I'm just like, what'd he say, Michael? Kind of thing. And then when we went back, I said, Michael, you're talking to this man. I said, I ain't saying nothing to him, nothing at all. I said, because you know bigger words than I do. And then I told Michael, I said, well, you did pretty good talking to him. I said, you seem to understand everything he said. Michael said, I don't know half those words he said. I just kind of pretended like I did.
You know, some people don't read us right, I guess, or they think, you know, because we're from a smaller town in Georgia that, you know, we're kind of like the good old boys type people. But Destiny and I both have been to college.
I got kicked out, but
Yeah.
no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And, you know, when people start trying to talk over you, I usually rise to that occasion.
Yeah, I don't think he did it intentionally. I think
Yeah.
he was just so darn smart. I think that was the whole problem. He was just so smart. Michael is good with when we go on investigations, and it seems like the spirit was in the military. They seem to latch right on to Michael.
They really do.
Yeah. I think it has a lot to do with that brotherhood that, you know, we shared when I was in the military years ago. And I think even, you know, in the spirit world, they still cling to that brotherhood.
Yeah.
Right.
And
My favorite one that I remember was the one in Carrollton, the Chaos. I can't remember what it was that it was actually, but Michael was able to communicate and talk with them so easily, so fluently, and we was actually getting responses. They
Yes.
were, you know, they was answering questions for him, and he was able to relate to them on that level, which was really cool.
Really was cool.
Although Destiny could relate to some type of military too. Destiny and I did a number of years ago. We did an old Civil War cemetery, and we had some Civil War soldiers, which we actually at the time we caught on camera, standing beside her, and one of them gave her a kiss on the cheek.
Sure did. That creeped me out. That was during my early investigative years.
Yes.
I mean, I felt something go. And it's because I said one little thing. I said, how long has it been since you kissed a girl? You know, I was actually being silly. And then the next thing I know, felt like lips touched my
Oh,
cheek.
love that.
Yeah, that was kind of creepy too.
Yeah, it would be.
So, we've had Fox Paranormal now since 2013, and we've done so many investigations. I mean, I could not count them. I could not. At times, we had investigations, sometimes back to back on weekends, sometimes every 2 weeks, up to 2 months,
Mhm.
um, and then sometimes it's sit around and wait.
Mhm.
Weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and but January 13th, I think that was 13 years ago, right?
Mhm.
So we've been active for 13 years. Um, I was thinking at the time we were kind of a branch off of another team. And then I was telling Michael, it's crazy. We're booking investigations. They never go with us on it. And no, I'm not throwing off on the other team at all. Ace number one family team, Michael, some of Michael's family. But I said, we actually just need to do our thing,
Mhm. Yeah.
because all the investigations we were getting were right around our area. And the team we were working under was in another state. So I'm like, we should really do this. And Michael's like, I don't know. We've got 1,200 people on that page. We
No,
really,
that was back in
really,
the day, though.
yeah, 1,200 people. I don't know if we really need to do this. I don't know if we can do that. And I'm thinking, we're doing it now,
We have
basically.
1,200 people. We're doing
So,
it.
so Michael went to bed, and I asked before he went to bed. I said, "What do you think about Fox Paranormal?" And he said, "I think that sounds good." So Michael went to bed, and I created the page, and I did this and this and that. And when he woke up the next morning, um, he was the co-founder of Fox Paranormal. So that's basically how we got started on our own, investigating with our own team, which to me was an exciting time. It was scary for Michael, because we had just started that other page, and just right off the bat, 1,200 likes, and that was a lot, but now we've got Fox Paranormal, and it has grown so much. We've had so many team members throughout the years. A lot of people that are still in my heart, and I love them so much and miss them. But
Hmm.
Mhm.
people's lives change. You know, um, some of them I wish they would had not changed. And sent them in a different direction. We had a couple of team members that I still love to this day, but they were called into a ministry, and that ministry is doing good for them. And so, to them, it was like, we've got to put 100% in our ministry. And I totally get that.
Hmm.
Ministry is important. Michael and I have a ministry. You're part of that ministry as well. Other
Hmm.
than Fox Paranormal, we have other things going on that we do. And ministry is very important in our lives. It's a big dedication. Um, and to me, to be honest, our personal ministry, comes before Fox Paranormal. You know, he comes first,
Hmm.
always, always,
Always.
and family, you know, and then Fox Paranormal.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to sell Michelle short either. I mean, she's
No,
been
no,
a
no.
valuable
We're
part
gonna get to her.
of
We're
our
gonna get
group
to
too.
her. I had talked to her earlier this afternoon. I said, Michelle, I said, we just want to use this opportunity coming back for the Darker Side of the Moon
Mhm.
podcast with
Hmm.
Michael and Destiny Foss, co-host Michelle Perez. Um, and then I'm going to talk about our other team members, because I am not going to leave them out. Um, I
No.
said, I want you to just tell us tonight, who is Michelle Perez.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Okay.
I
So I
gave you,
wrote on,
go ahead.
huh? No, what'd you say?
I said, I gave you a heads up anyway.
You
I didn't
did.
catch you off guard.
Look, look, so I wrote some of it down. I'm like, I will forget. I'll breeze right past
How do you
something
forget who you are?
because I don't talk about
But
me. I don't like talking about me. All right, so I'm Michelle. I'm team member or team manager, empath. I guess I am one that helps keep the whole operation moving. I love a professional, but serious investigation. I also, I like to have fun. I like to, being part of the team, we have to have fun. Because if you can't laugh together, you're not going to survive long nights and haunted places together, okay? So I'm highly sensitive to energy and environment. So I usually feel the location really before we even start investigating it. Some places, they feel calm, some can feel heavy, some can be loud. Some, they're watching you. Others, you just walk in and you're like, we're good here. So Destiny and I, we're extremely close, which somehow translates into us collectively driving Michael insane. Um,
Like,
we wander off without telling anyone. We cause unnecessary
Repeatedly.
stress. We cause unnecessary stress, and we absolutely cannot stay in the same hotel room
no,
together without
no,
chaos.
we'll
You
fight.
know,
We
yeah,
will.
it's not personal. It's just it's safer for everyone involved if we have our own space.
Especially
Um,
bystanders, me.
Yeah.
my role, I guess, it's not just logistics, it's help keeping things grounded when they get intense, keeping people laughing when things get heavy, knowing when to push forward and when to slow down. I like to take things seriously, but I don't really take myself seriously, which I guess is a good balance. And it's what helps keeping, the team strong and connected and able to walk into places most people would never step foot in.
Yeah.
So, in a nutshell, that's me. That's Michelle.
That is
I
Michelle.
want to add that
Yeah.
she works very closely with Destiny too. Destiny and Michelle, even though they can't stay in the same motel room, they're
Yeah.
like the same person when we're on investigations. It's like I'm outnumbered constantly.
Hmm.
Yeah. So we
Like
have
we'll be
Destiny
going down
A.
the road and we'll say the same thing at the same
Yeah.
time. It's
Yeah.
unreal. It's unreal.
I'm sure, a lot of teams out there, people, running their paranormal teams has experienced the same thing, over time. But this is some days or nights it gets a little weird how close they are, because it's like
True.
they're all working on the one brain.
We have A and B,
Yeah,
and I'm
Yeah.
B. I'm okay with being B.
yeah,
Right, right. A description of who I am would be I just do everything. You know,
Hmm.
I've studied demonology,
mhm,
um, all kind of things. Just I'm about to embark on a new demonology class that I'm really excited about, um, and I'm hoping in this class maybe to bring forth what I already know and maybe add it with a little different twist.
mhm.
That's what I think I'm going to get out of it. Um, Gosh, I've done so much and
Hmm.
seen so much. I do make just about all the decisions concerning our team. Of course, I always ask Michael after I make the decision, and he'll say, "Oh yeah,
You
baby,
do.
that's fine, that's fine." But pretty much, that's just the way I work. I am an empath. Um, I have psychic abilities that drive me absolutely insane at times. For
Yes.
example, go into a store and then I looked at a cashier one time and I said, "Your grandmother said to tell you she loves you." And he said, "My grandmother." I said, "Yeah, didn't your grandmother recently pass?" And he said, "How you know me?" And I said, "I don't know you. I don't even live in this city." And so I stood there and there were people lining up behind me. And I said, "Well, that's all I just wanted to tell you is that she loves you. And, anything that happened was a misunderstanding, but she really, really loves you." And I mean, he is standing there like, "How do you know? How do you know?" And I said, "I don't know. That was the
Hmm.
first time. That was actually the first time I had ever said anything to anybody." and it just comes out. And I don't know where it comes from, but it just comes out. Um, my customers at work, they'll come in if they catch me there by myself, and they say, "What you see about me today? You see anything? You feel anything?" "No, not today. I'm sorry." So I'm trying to learn to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
And sometimes, Michael and I'll be talking on a subject, or somebody will be carrying on a conversation, and I'll add to the conversation, and I'll say something that I really don't know. It's almost like I feel like I just made that up. And then I'll be like, "Well, let's Google it and see." And sure enough, what I say is actually factual. And I don't know how all this works, but that's just me and who I am. We have a couple of other team members. We have Big Ronnie Britt, which is my brother, not blood brother, but I'm telling you, he's my brother. I love this
Hmm.
man. And I think he loves me too. I'm not sure. He says he does. But he is a very good friend of mine and Michael's and Michelle's. And he's always there to help us if we need help. I can call this man and ask him for anything. And, he will bend hell to make it happen for me.
Hmm.
Um, he's funny. He is the world's best debunker. I kid
For
you
sure.
not. He will take a piece of evidence that we get, and he'll look at it sideways, bottom up, turn it inside out. He'll try to recreate it. He will do everything which is what we're supposed to do. We want to make sure, it's not a door swinging open or somebody talking in the background. We want to make sure the video footage that we get, the EVPs that we get, anything that happens, we want to make sure that it is connected to the spirit world and not a human causing this, or the wind or whatever.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I'm trying to get this out.
Nope, you're
Um,
doing good.
he is a very, very good investigator. When I first met Big Ronnie, his son, Little Ronnie, we'll get to him in a minute. He's at work, so maybe he won't get busy before I get to him. Um, his son was a member of our team, and we had recently taken him on. And then we call him Youngblood. Youngblood, sends me a message. He says, "Hey, can my dad go?" And I'm thinking, what are we going to do with dad on an investigation? I'm picturing an older man for some reason, and I'm thinking, I don't want to be responsible, and I'm not thinking, this man's probably my age. I'm old enough to be Youngblood's mother. That didn't occur to me. And so finally I said, "Yeah, that's fine," after, a few exchanges. And I told Michael, I said, "He wants to bring his daddy," and still in my mind, I'm thinking an old man for some reason. Well, he gets there and he jumps right in, and he wasn't an old man. Very handsome man. I'll add that. Very young looking, and he jumps right in.
Hmm.
I mean, helps with equipment. I mean, right there. And I'm like, that man's ours, Michael. He's going to be a member of our team. I like him. And so he's just been around ever since. And this was like 2013.
Hmm.
It's probably about the same year that we started the paranormal team. So he's been around a long, long time. Um, and his son Youngblood came to us, and I don't even remember, I swear to goodness, how it came about. Maybe we advertised for team members, which we, during that time would do occasionally. But I just remember meeting him, and then we took him on an investigation. The very first investigation was in Whitesburg. Um, Very good people we did that investigation for. Whitesburg, Georgia. Private investigation. And he and we had the monitor for the DVR system set up in the client's bedroom, because the cameras were up further in the house. His family was so frantic about what was going on in their house that they took magic markers and wrote Bible verses all over their walls in their
Mhm.
home. I mean, everywhere. Dining room wall, the kitchen walls, just everywhere. Just back to back to back. I bet they had the whole Bible printed on their walls with magic markers. They were so upset about the haunting that was going on in their home. He and I were, Michael and other team members were investigating rooms, and he and I were sitting at the monitor. And then all of a sudden, we heard a little girl giggling. And so that was his first experience, on the team. And he's been around. There's times he hasn't been with the team, but he's always been part of the team. Um, he'd step back a little bit, or I'd step him back. I'm mean sometimes. I'll be like, you can't do this, you can't do that. But I'm so over that. But I watched him grow so much from that young man that joined our team to a man that's got a wonderful career job. He studied to be an EMT. He works at the hospital. I have watched him mature so much and become not that young man, with no goals and this, that, and the other, to a man whose his family is his top priority, his job, and his church. He is such a good man.
Yeah.
And I love him. He is like my son,
Mhm.
and I guarantee you I could call him and ask him for anything as well. He is just a good person. There's been times on our team we had more Brits than Foxes, and we thought about changing the name to Brit Paranormal. And that's the truth.
That's true.
Brit Paranormal. But we didn't do that, and we're not going to do that. But the Britt family is a big part of Fox Paranormal. We could not do what we do without them. Biggest supporters, we need wiring. Everybody's always pitched in to make sure that our team had everything that we needed in order to do an investigation and work hours. I remember one day Michael and Big Ronnie worked on the wires when we went to Old South Pittsburgh that time. I mean, just strands and strands of wires, putting connectors on the end, and it seemed like it took all day.
It felt
Um,
like it.
but it was an effort that those two put in and made it work. We've had sessions at our homes where you know, we had so much equipment at one time. It was ridiculous. And we used every bit of it when we went on an investigation. Of course, a lot of our investigations were huge, big homes or big locations that we went to. We would have to have the team come over and go through the cases so that we could sort it out. Some team members would just throw stuff in, and I'm in a hurry to go. Big
Yeah.
Ronnie
Yep.
would have a fit.
Mhm.
Cameras just shoved in and wires and stuff, he would go off. So we would actually have the team come over, take everything out of the cases and pack everything up right. But nobody ever complained. And again, we've had some good investigators on the team. I could just reminisce about 13 years ago, 12 years ago, forever and ever, because Fox Paranormal has had a good run. And if I'm being honest, um, I really thought about stepping back and retiring. Um, and then I don't know, it was like something hit me one day, and I realized I even talked to Teresa Fikes about it on the phone one day, and I said, you know what? I come to realize that once you have stepped into the spiritual realm, once you've investigated the paranormal, these spirits know you. And there's no stepping back out of it because it doesn't stop. Once you open yourself up, you're a spirit person. And that's how I refer to it. I really believe that, we walk in the spirit,
Mhm.
not just the spirit of the Lord, but we walk in the spirit. So that is, my bragging on the other team members and past team members as well. I can't think of maybe two people, one person that ever left due to ill feelings. And, I'm so over that. I love this person with everything within me. And the team they created, I wish them luck on it. And I think they did really good with it. And I'm proud of them. I am proud of anybody that's ever came through our team that moved on to bigger things. I really, really am. I don't hold grudges against anybody. Our team has always been a team, you know, I've always stood on, we're not going to stop helping people. Even when we went as far with them as we can go, we're going to step in there and we're going to get them help from somebody else. If what we're doing is not getting answers, let's bring in a higher somebody, someone with more knowledge than us. Matter of fact, that's what we just did. We're trying to connect somebody with a client to talk with them and try to help us help them better. I
Hmm.
can't just leave them and say, there ain't nothing we can do. We've done
Right.
all we can do. We've cleansed your house. We've prayed over your house. We've done this and this and that. And so we're just done. I can't
Nope.
do that. I really can't do that because we've always said that we will go over and beyond to help anybody that's having a paranormal problem.
Yep.
And I just that's probably all I've got to say about it. I'm running out of things to say.
Well, it's been a good road. It's been a good road for, I think, all of us.
Yes,
We've enjoyed what we do, uh, and we are going to be at a Paracon this fall.
we are. We are. It's the only one we have booked for the whole year, y'all.
Yeah, it's a
Wow.
special one though.
Only one. Yeah, it is a special one. We've done this since,
Day one.
oh, what is this? 4 years?
Day
3?
one. We were at the very first Paracon.
4?
Hmm.
The fourth one? And it is a good one. Um, but we'll talk about that a little bit more here. But actually, we are available for other Paracons this year. You know, I really didn't put us out there or reach out to anyone or have anybody reach out for us, because my plans were to let it go. That wasn't Michael's plans, and there may be nights that I won't be on the podcast, and it won't be because I don't care, because I'm dealing with some stuff. I am dealing with some
Yes.
stuff. So I told Stan, I said, I don't want Michael to be cheated because of the things that I don't have the desire for anymore. I have a desire for this podcast. I was so excited all day um, about it, but there will be times I won't be on. And I told Stan or Teresa, I don't remember which one or both. Usually when we call them, it's the four of us carrying on a conversation on speakerphone. Michael and Michelle are very good at talking. They can do a podcast if I'm not here. So there may be times. There may be those times.
Yeah, I think we can carry the torch.
I
To
know
get
you
you back in
can.
your
I
chair.
know you can. We lost viewers of me running my mouth. But it's okay.
Well, for us, it's not the viewers that much. I mean, it's more of the
Is
love
she
we.
sitting there making eyes at me? That's what it is.
Uh, it's more the love for the paranormal that we've come to have, and the attachment we have to the paranormal. And as the programs go on, we're going to be discussing a lot of stuff. I have a lot of theories that I've been reading up on the last few months. I want to talk about the difference between how spirit leaves the body versus a cremation, or a spirit leaves the body versus a traditional funeral. Because there's been several different topics on that, and it's interesting how different people think about that. I'm not going to say one way is better than the other because I don't know.
Yeah. And we're going to be having some cool guests on the show. I'm going to reach out. I've already talked to some people, but I'm going to set some dates for them. And so hopefully, we'll have some guests that you guys want to see that we love to talk to.
Yeah.
We, oh, I'm going to get emotional.
Oh, don't get
Oh,
emotional.
I'm going to try not to. Yeah, I appreciate, our team. I really do. If you guys want to look us up on Facebook, it's Fox Paranormal. There is another Fox Paranormal. I don't have a clue who that is. I don't think they're in this country. We have Fox Paranormal Advertising. It's a place where you can advertise your readings, your paranormal team, your podcast, just anything related to paranormal. You're welcome to post there. If you're having a Paracon, post it. There's a good bit of people on there and people who like looking for events. Also, the darker side of the moon, we have a page for that we're going to get active and moving on. We have Teresa working on our website right now. Michelle's going to be doing some blogs on our website. It's going to be good. It's going to be so good. Seems like there's another page I'm not mentioning.
Our page on Facebook, our old page.
It ain't old. Fox Paranormal.
Yeah.
Never gets old. Never gets old.
And we still have that running on Facebook.
Absolutely.
And I think, everybody, wow, I just saw something move across the room in front of us.
Will you stop that?
I did.
Considering where we're at, stop it.
I know it.
I'll go home.
It's interesting. But it's okay. I mean, maybe they're wanting to listen into the show too.
Yeah,
No,
I was
I've
telling
seen that.
Michelle the other day, Michael was in the bathroom. It's like our bedroom, the vanity is straight ahead, and then off to the left is the shower and the toilet. I'm sitting on the bed, Michael's in there, and Michael said something. He looked toward the toilet, then he looked in at me and he said, "You were just in there." And I said, "No, I wasn't. I've been right here." So
I remember
he
that.
thought he saw me I was telling Michelle about it earlier. So I think I've got a doppelganger.
Well, we know you do.
Yeah.
Oh no. Two of me. Oh my gosh.
And really, when the three of us get together on a case, the spirits don't stand a chance. That they've got to start giving us some information because we're going to badger them until they do.
Right. Along with Big Ronnie and Youngblood.
Yes, yes,
Forced
yes.
to be reckoned with.
But we don't
Sure.
provoke. We've never believed
No.
in provoking
Oh,
activity.
I've got to tell this, and I hope Youngblood don't mind. So, in his younger years, Youngblood wanted to provoke spirits. So, finally, I just hushed. No, we don't provoke. We're not going to provoke the spirits. We're not going to do that. No, we're not going to do that. So, I just let him loose on an investigation once. And we were actually doing a palm reader's house. And he's in the closet where the client had said that things move around in the closet. So it's a long closet, and we had a camera on him. He goes in the back of the closet and he's sitting in the floor. And so he is provoking. I can't remember what he said. It's been so long ago. But he's back there, and then all of a sudden we see him jump up and run. He comes running into the room where we are all located at, and he's got this big old handprint on the side of his face. So we go back and watch it, and he didn't slap himself. We watched him from the closet all the way till he got into where we were at. So he learned his lesson very early on about provoking spirits. I've never heard him do it again. Not one time.
Oh, some of the cases we've done, if y'all come out to the Paracon we're going to be at this year, we can sit down and, I'll talk to you and tell you some some of the experiences we've come across over the years on some of the people we've had to deal with that would blow your mind, but I'm not going to get onto it on the air.
People can be more scarier than the
Yeah.
spirits that you're investigating.
For sure.
I have feared for my life on 2 occasions. Absolutely feared for my life
Yeah.
from humans, human clients.
Yeah. We did a case one time, and I'll just briefly mention this one because it still sticks in my mind. We were working a case that this person, swearing they had paranormal activity. And one of our investigators at the time, which was a doggone good investigator, by the way, came up, called me to the side. He wanted to show me something. And I went in the house and I looked at what he wanted to show me. And then I went to the client and I said, I think we found your ghost. It's that crack pipe laying over there on the bed.
I remember that.
And then we packed up and left.
There was lots of activity
Yeah.
at that location. There really was. I didn't fear for my life there, but I'm telling you, there were 2 times that I could just basically know somebody's going to have to call 911 because we're in trouble.
Yeah.
But we didn't have to. We came out of it A-OK. But I do want to tell you about Deep South Paracomic-Con, and I may have the dates wrong, as I always do, because it took me 2 years to get the name down. Deep South Paracomic-Con, and I can now say it. I'm going to look up on my calendar. It's an awesome event, and it's going to be in Enterprise, Alabama. Stan may have to shoot up the name of the venue. It's August the 7th. The 6th. I'm going to get it right. The 8th and the 9th. August the 8th and the 9th. And there we go. Enterprise Civic Center, Enterprise, Alabama. And we do this event every year, and it is so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
We meet people. We've met people through this Paracon that are now good friends of ours. We got closer to people that we just saw, on their Facebook lives and stuff like that. Meeting them in person and getting to know them, as the people who they are has been amazing. And one example is Debbie. I love Debbie.
Debbie, yeah.
She does spooky things on here. I love Debbie. Okay. She is one of my favorite people in the world.
You talk about a cut and dry lady.
Yes, she is.
She is cut and dry to the point,
And
which I like that aspect because you know where you stand from the get-go.
Absolutely. She has a very good podcast, and she's very informative about the subjects that they talk about on there. And she has some really good guests on there, and I watch a lot. Not as I can't watch it every time, but I get to watch a lot of her podcasts. And she will be at Deep South Paracomic-Con. Matter of fact, she's part of W.E.B.B Paranormal Group.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of Stan and Teresa's investigators. And, one day they're actually going to let us go with them somewhere so I can investigate with Debbie. Just one time. That's all I want. One time. Let me go so I can investigate with Debbie. I would love that. And I know she's not watching. So
I don't think we'd have to twist Debbie's arm very hard to get her to go on an investigation with us.
Well, I want to go with them.
Yeah, I know you do.
Or I might have set something up so they could go with us.
It don't matter. Either way is fine. But I just don't think, it's going to be that big an issue for her.
If you go to the page, Deep South Paracomic-Con, there's spots available for vendors. Awesome vendors. Michelle was a vendor there a couple of years ago. Of course, Michael and I will have our table set up, and we got some cool little things that we're planning on having this year on our table. I don't even want to tell you who all's going to be there because I really don't know. I know Lee Triana Brown's going to be there. She's been a constant too. She's been there every year. She's my sister. She was my maid of honor at mine and Michael's vow renewal, and
Which was at the Paracon last year.
yeah, no, year before last.
Year before last,
Year before.
yeah.
Can you believe it's been that long?
No, I can't.
Lord have mercy. I was just telling some people Sunday. Mine and Michael's original wedding was good, Michelle. It was good, but I don't have any outstanding memory of it. I had found out I had Graves' disease. I had gained like 90 pounds. I'd had an eye surgery, which left this eye looking at my nose. And, and then here I am walking down the aisle, and I deleted all our wedding photos but one. That's how I was like, Michael, how could you marry me? And me looking all cross-eyed coming up that aisle. And he said, baby, I love you. I wasn't looking at all that. I was just seeing the woman that I love walking up that aisle to give me her hand in marriage. And I said, well, okay, well, I'll let him get by with that. But when we did our vow renewal, right at the Paracon, Teresa was one of my bridesmaids. You were. Stan was there, part of it. It was the most amazing thing in my life. I will never forget that. I still look at the pictures you took, Michelle, the pictures that everybody else took that sent me. That was just the best thing. Maybe we can do it again sometime.
And we did the theme of Renaissance.
Yes, It was awesome. If you'd like to see some of the pictures, send me a message. I'll show you some of the pictures. Matter of fact, my profile picture is a picture that Michelle took that was actually that was at our vow renewal. It was amazing. It was just amazing. I think somebody got proposed to at that Paracon. So if you want to propose to somebody, come to the Paracon and ask them to marry you. I guarantee you they'll say yes.
It was an experience.
It's awesome. It's
Yes.
a great Paracon. And I can really talk this one up because it's the only one we have booked. So,
Right now.
we'll put all of our focus on it.
It's only February.
Yeah, that's true.
But, the year's just getting started. We'll see what,
Hang on, I lost the
fate brings us.
Yes. I was just talking to Big Ronnie tonight, and he's like, we got any investigations coming up? Well, I said, well, now that you mention it, yeah, there are a couple. I'm almost scared to say this. Michelle, I don't think I've told you. So we're going to go and we're going to do this, okay? We're going to go. Y'all are going to laugh. I know y'all going to think Destiny Fox is a crazy woman. She has lost her mind. I am crazy. I'm certified, okay? Legitimately
But
certified.
I'll follow you wherever. So what we got? What we got?
That's what makes me Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, I hate to tell you, Michelle, I know you're going to just fall over on your little sofa right there and laugh. We are going to, I can't say it. We are going to investigate a haunted organ. We really are. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. This organ was once in the Fox Theater in Atlanta.
Okay.
Okay. So
more intrigued. Yeah.
yeah, it's in a church.
Okay.
That's about it right there. That's all I really know. The organist says, I hope Alan's not watching this. But seriously, I want to do this. So we're going to go and we're going to do this.
But this isn't the first time we've been asked
With a
by
straight
a
face.
church to investigate.
No, it hasn't.
No.
We've
done a few
churches.
Yeah.
So, and which is interesting, but I still love the funeral home we used to
I
go
do
to.
too. I was thinking about that earlier. I was thinking about that one earlier.
And that place was getting intense the last time we were there.
I tried some new makeup tonight, foundation, and it has my face itching. So if y'all see me, that's
I'm
why.
itchy, but
I'm
I'm also getting over
very
being
gross
sick
for
too.
makeup.
So, but yeah, I was thinking about that funeral home earlier.
Mhm.
I guess the part that I was thinking of, for whatever reason, it just flashed into my head. Um, Everybody's asleep, and I got up to go to the restroom, ran into one of the team members in the hallway, did the quick little fight thing, like, oh, you scared me, went on off to the bathroom, stopped by the monitors on the way back to go back to lay down, saw one of the cameras was out. So here I go, climbing the stairs all by myself, going down this long hallway all by myself, go fix the
Past the
camera
little
all by
where they
myself.
did, what do you call it when they
The
done?
morgue, the
Yeah,
the
the embalming.
The
the
embalming room.
embalming room. Yep, all by myself. Get back down to the bottom to the team member saying, "You went up there all by yourself?" I was like, well,
Yeah.
nobody else was around. Yeah. And for whatever reason, that just popped into my head earlier, and I just got tickled.
Well,
But that was a good one.
I've heard some people talk about, doing a night at a funeral home, but we've spent the whole weekend
What
at a
weekend?
Yeah,
funeral
we
home,
did.
camped out in the funeral home.
Yeah, slept slept right next to coffins.
We were
Yeah.
just a slipping.
Yeah. So, we've done some weird stuff like that. But, looking back on it, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
No, we've had so much fun,
It was a blast.
Too much fun.
Uh, and we got to experience a lot of things
for
there.
sure.
And it
And you
seemed
know
like
that,
when we went back the second time, it was more intense than the first time. So it's like they were getting used to us, or they were getting to know us, so they were starting to show themselves
Did
more.
we go twice or three times total?
We went 3 times total.
Yeah, yeah. You were
I
with
think I
us.
only went once the last time.
Yeah, that's the night everything got dark, wasn't it?
Yes.
In the chapel.
Yes, in the chapel, it sure was.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it went dark.
That's the one we had Foxy on the coffin?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Foxy, you
Yep.
guys, is our REM pod. It was custom built for us.
Yes, by Donald Martin. I don't know if he's still making those or not.
Yeah.
Um, but I told him, I said, the fox needs to be one of a kind. Don't make another fox.
Yep.
He gave me his word.
Mm-hmm.
So there'll never be another one. I don't
Good.
think. Maybe not. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's been a good comeback show. We kind of just wanted to tell people who we were, and we're still around.
Yep.
We are
Not going anywhere
still
yet.
here. We are still here doing what we do. We're going to be doing our podcast. I think it's every other Monday. So we won't be doing one next Monday, but the following one we will.
Mhm.
I'll try to make sure that I get something made up and share it around. And I just want everybody to be a part of this. If you would like to be a guest on our show, let me know. I'm open to having guests. Closer to the Paracon, we're going to be having some of the guests on our show from the Paracon to help out Stan and Teresa, because we are a part of the Web Radio Network. We are part of, I guess we are part of them. They're
Yeah,
part of
we've
Yeah.
their,
been we've been a part of Web Paranormal for a
yes.
long time now, I think.
So I want my web t-shirt.
Uh,
I'll send you a Fox one, but don't send me any Web Paranormal coffee. We'll pass on that. And that's a story in its own right there.
That's so strong.
Oh, yes. It kept me up all night long at
Yeah.
the battleship in North Carolina.
I love me some strong coffee.
And for the norm, about 1 or 2 o'clock, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Oh, it's real close to Cuban coffee.
Oh, it's
Ooh, I want it then.
Yeah, it's real close.
Yeah, I was up for a while after drinking some of that coffee.
Yeah.
Good flavor though, but ooh, if you need something to keep you awake and keep you going, hit up Stan and Teresa for some Webb Paranormal coffee. It will do the trick.
The strongest coffee I've ever drank was Cuban
Absolutely.
coffee when I was on that business
Absolutely.
trip in Miami.
I love me some Cuban
Oh,
coffee.
you have
Again,
to
if
drink it in shot glasses.
Yeah.
oh my lord, did you
Love it.
did you shoot? Did you drink some of it?
Oh yeah,
What did it
Yeah,
do to
girl.
you?
I was wide awake that whole day,
Oh,
running all over that warehouse.
I can't do that. My heart starts palpitating
Yeah.
if it's too strong coffee, and I am just like
Why
I
the
could
sound?
get paranoid too.
Yeah.
It has a crazy effect on me. So I drink that little weak little coffee. Um, we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. I want to thank everybody that took the time out of your schedule to watch our podcast, whether it was 30 seconds, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or the whole show. I will bring coffee to Deep South Paracomic-Con, and I may need some first thing in the morning if everything we're trying to pop in there 2 days before the con um, starts. I'm probably going to need some coffee during the morning time, but not at night.
Mm-mm. Not at night. You don't want to drink any strong coffee.
But closer to time, will be when they start announcing guests. We'll be able to announce them on here and keep you guys informed. But again, thank you all so much for taking time out of your schedule to listen to me babble and babble on. It's much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle, it is so good to be back. I look forward
Yes,
to
ma'am.
Youngblood and Big Ronnie being able to be a part of this. I talked to
Yep.
them and explained why this was happening, and they didn't know about it.
Oh,
Uh,
I didn't know about it till
earlier.
what?
I know, just last minute. So um, I'm just looking forward to guests, having people that I admire on the show, people with stories to tell. I'm not beyond a little murder mystery,
Nope.
bring it on. We'll talk
Right up
about it.
my alley.
Got a topic? If you got a topic, hit me up. We'll talk about it. We'll find
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
something
sir.
about it to talk about.
And next show, we're going to investigate more of the dark side
Oh,
of the
no.
moon. So I can't wait for everybody to join us again.
That sounded scary. I don't know what's scarier, that we're going to explore the darker side of the moon a little bit more, or the way he said it. It was kind of sexy.
That laugh.
Well, anyway, I've got 2 kids I've got to get home to and make sure they're in the bed. Michelle, see you next time. Probably talk to you tomorrow.
For
But
sure.
till next time, peace and love.
Good night, everybody.